Greetings. I'm the Reverend Deanna Hollis, and I serve as the Gun Violence Prevention Ministry Coordinator with the Presbyterian Peace Fellowship. Today is Gun Violence Prevention Sunday, a day we wear orange to bring awareness to the needless pain and suffering that occurs in this country due to gun violence, and to renew our commitment as a church to take action to end gun violence. This past year with the pandemic, we've seen a record increase in gun sales, along with an increase in gun violence. While mass shootings capture our attention, gun violence has many forms. Did you know that suicide is the leading cause of death by a gun? 2/3 of all gun deaths are suicide, and teenagers are the demographic with the greatest increase in suicide over the past 10 years. We know that suicides increase when there is access to a lethal means, and before the pandemic, over 4 million children and youth lived in a home where at least one firearm is stored, loaded, and unlocked. And that number has most likely increased as gun ownership has increased in the past year. June 21st is National Ask Day, a day the American Academy of Pediatrics, in partnership with the Brady Center Ask campaign, encourages parents and caregivers to ask if there are unlocked guns in the homes where their children play, visit, or receive care. This is a life-saving question that should be asked every day. One thing you can do to end gun violence is encouraging each other to ask family, friends, and even in your congregation, how are guns stored where your children and youth will be? But even with safe storage, the CDC reports that just the mere presence of a gun in a home doubles the chance those who live in the home will be shot. So I invite you to become a disarming congregation for unwanted guns. This is a service you can provide your community by offering an alternative to the gun market to families who no longer want to worry about how unwanted guns are stored. Often these families have inherited guns and want the assurance their deceased loved one's gun will not be used to cause harm. Another group you can help are parents who are concerned their child or their grandchild may be suicidal and want to assure their loved one won't have access to a lethal weapon. There are also the guns that have already been used in a suicide that get returned to the family. Churches are a natural place to disarm unwanted guns, as we know how to create ceremony and hold space for healing. Once a gun is disarmed, it's now scrap metal and can be shipped to the organization Raw Tools in Colorado Springs, Colorado, whose ministry it is to turn disarmed guns into garden tools. What was once an instrument of death can now be an instrument of life. The Book of Orders says that one of the great ends of the church, the reason the church exists, is to exhibit to the world the kingdom of heaven. Disarming guns and working to end gun violence is how we join with God and co-create the kingdom of heaven here on earth, where swords will be beaten into plowshares and children will learn the ways of violence no more. For more ideas on how your congregation can help end gun violence, visit our website at presbypeacefellowship.org and download our congregational toolkit. Thank you.